Welcome to the MCQ series. The chapter is Sexual Reproduction in Flowering Plants and the topic is pollen pistil interactions. First, we have to know about what is pollen pistil interaction. It is the series of events from deposition of pollen grain on stigma to the release of male gametes in the embryo sac. Suppose this is the pistil and this one is the pollen grain. It will fall upon the stigma, then pollen tube will form and that pollen tube will go towards the ovule. This series of events is termed as pollen pistil interaction. So our first question is, generally only one pollen tube develops from a pollen, but 10 pollen tubes per pollen is developed in option A, Authia rosea, option B, Malva neglecta, option C, orchids, option D, members of Asclepiadaceae. So which one is the correct option? Authia rosea, Malva neglecta, orchids, or members of Asclepiadaceae, just like Akand, Calotropis procera and others. Choose the correct one. The correct option is A, because this is the explanation. Generally, one pollen tube develops from a pollen grain, but in polysiphonous pollen grains, like Authia rosea, a pollen grain produces 10 pollen tubes. In Malva neglecta, 14 pollen tubes from a pollen grain. And in case of Orchidaceae and Asclepiadaceae, multiple tubes at a time, because the pollens are in tetrad and in pollinia. And in case of Amentiferae, the pollen tube branches, that is Authia rosea, produce 10 pollen tubes per pollen grain. Okay. Now we are moving to the second question. It is your second question. The style in the members of Cactaceae is solid, semi-solid, open, and none of the above. This one is the pistil, this one is ovary, it is style, and this one is stigma. So here our question is the style in the member of Cactaceae, that is the style in case of Cactaceae, is it solid or semi-solid or open, or all these three above three are incorrect. None of the above. Which one is the correct option? The correct option is B. Okay. Now I am moving to the explanation. Morphologically, styles are of three types: solid or closed in datura, solanum, Nicotiana tabacum, Lycopersicon, that is tomato, of the family Solanaceae, and Gossypium. Semi-solid in case of the member of Cactaceae, and open type of style is found in the members of several monocot families and Papaver and Aristolochiaceae of dicot, and at the same time Crotalaria and Casanus from Fabaceae, they also show open or hollow type of style. Clear? Now we are moving to the third question. Here the third question is in your screen. Casuarina performs porogamy. Option B, chelazogamy. Option C, mesogamy. And option D. First, we have to know about what is porogamy, what is chelazogamy, and what is mesogamy. This one is the ovule. So this is chalaza, this one is micropyle, and this one is integument, and it is the funiculus. Okay. So if the pollen tube enters through micropyle, this one, then it is termed as porogamy. If it enters through chalaza, then chelazogamy, and if through integument or funiculus, then termed as mesogamy. Clear? Porogamy, chelazogamy, and mesogamy are the three names or three terms, and these terms clearly signify the path through which pollen tube enters inside the ovule. Okay. So again I am quoting the, or I am repeating the question. In case of casuarina, it is porogamy, chelazogamy, or mesogamy, or all of the above. The correct option is B, because casuarina performs chelazogamy. Now I am moving to the explanation. This is the correct explanation. If you know the explanations or causes, then you yourself can make the question sheet or practice sheet for multiple choice questions, and any kinds of questions from pollen pistil interactions, you can choose the right answer without any doubt. Clear? So, on the basis of the entry of pollen tube inside the ovary, the process are of three types. First one is porogamy. When the pollen tube enters through the micropyle, when the pollen tube enters through the micropyle, it is termed as porogamy. It is most common or usual condition. Then chalazogamy. When pollen tube enters through chalaza, it is termed as chalazogamy. It is found in Casuarina of Casuarinaceae, Betula of Betulaceae, and Juglans regia, that is English walnut or Persian walnut of Juglandaceae. And the third type is mesogamy. It is when the pollen tube enters through the funiculus. In case of Pistacia of Anacardiaceae, that is the mango family, and through the integuments in case of Cucurbita, that is the members of the family Cucurbitaceae, and the members of Anacardiaceae, that is specially Pistacia, mesogamy is performed. Clear? Now we are moving to the question number 4. The question number 4 is in your screen. What is the question? The pollen tube directly passes between the egg and one synergid in Phagopyrum, Cardiospermum, Oxalis, and option D, Viola. Which one is correct? A, Phagopyrum, B, Cardiospermum, C, Oxalis, D, Viola. Again, the pollen tube directly passes between the egg and one synergid. The answer is Phagopyrum. This is the explanation. The entry may be porogamy, chalazogamy, or mesogamy, but ultimately pollen tube passes through micropylar end and mode of entry in the sac is different. In case of Phagopyrum, the pollen tube passes between the egg and one synergid. If it is the egg and these are the synergids, then pollen tube will pass in between the egg, this one is egg, and any one of synergid. Clear? In case of Cardiospermum, it passes between the embryo sac wall and one synergid. Again, it is the egg, these two are the synergids, and this is the embryo sac wall. Okay, so the pollen tube passes between embryo sac wall and one synergid in case of Cardiospermum. Clear? Then in case of Oxalis, pollen tube enters directly in a synergid? Egg, synergid. So the pollen tube will enter through the synergid, any one of the, directly into a synergid. Clear? In case of viola, it enters a synergid just like oxalis, but makes the way through the base of the synergid. Clear? So these are the correct explanation. Now I am giving you more information. The filiform apparatus of synergid cells secrete a chemotrophic substance into the micropylar and to regulate or to guide the pollen tube. Clear? That is, inside the synergids there filiform apparatus, and these filiform apparatus, they secretes a chemical substance to regulate or to guide the pollen tube. Clear? It means that filiform apparatus and synergid cells are very much important during the entry of the pollen tube inside the embryo sac. But it is challenged. In case of plumbago, then Voggelia and Plumbagella, these three synergids are absent or not formed at all. And in Teca and Nelumbo, the synergids degenerates even before the entry of pollen tube, hence not essential for fertilization. Okay, I am giving you the explanations in detail because it will help you to solve the questions. Okay, here we are giving you some model questions. You yourself make the questions, and if you prepare properly, then it will be easier for you. Now we are moving to the fifth question. Here it is your fifth question. In the embryo sac, the pollen tube bifurcates in. That is, if this one is the ovule and if it is the pollen tube, it will bifurcate and it will be resulted into a long branch and a short one. The short one will go to the egg and the long one will go to the definitive nuclei. So the short one will release the male gamete to the egg to make the zygote, and the second male gamete will reach to the polar nuclei here. Okay, zygote will be converted into embryo, and this endosperm thrice and endosperm nucleus will be formed into, it will be resulted into the reserve food material for the growing embryo. Clear? After fertilization, that is in post fertilization events. Okay, Again I am quoting the question. In the embryo sac, the pollen tube bifurcates in Portulaca, Phryma and Petunia. Option 1. Option A. Option B. Portulaca, Phryma and Coffea arabica. Option C. Coffea arabica, Portulaca and Petunia. Option D. Phryma, Petunia and Coffea arabica. Which one is correct? In which case the embryo sac, the pollen tube bifurcates inside the embryo sac? The answer is A. Because in case of Portulaca, Phryma and Petunia, the pollen tube bifurcates inside the embryo sac. And in case of Coffea arabica, no branching is formed. Only 2 pores are formed. Clear? This is the explanation. In case of Portulaca, Phryma and Petunia, the apex of the pollen tube bifurcates. The short branch reaches the egg and the longer one towards the secondary nucleus. But in case of Coffea arabica, 2 subterminal openings are formed to release 2 male gametes separately in the embryo sac. Clear? So the correct answer is A. Hope these explanations will help you in your studies or in your preparation. Okay? Thank you.